So we're getting Daya, as expected. She does her like pyro stuff. She plays a C, first animation, there it is. She's getting her own story quest like all of the 5 stars. And here's the phase 1 of banners. And also Daya will be added to standard banner after 3.6 patch, which is the patch after the 3.5 patch, the next patch, right? Powerson is getting her hangout. The Enslave is making a return with a new Archon quest. There are some new enemies, Cryo Abyss Mage, or the Cryo Herald, and this thing. I don't know what that is. And then they're also adding Mika. Despite holding a book and having a bow as one of his attack animations, he's actually using a polearm, and he's a physical damage buffer. And here is phase 2 of the banners. For some reason there is no Yula, but Shanghai is making return, so that's nice. And also there's Ayaka. There's going to be a rerun of Windbloom, and we're getting a new Claymore, with probably 3 refinements, I would assume. There's some minigames, even more balloons, another rhythm game, some screenshot taking. Then we will have Spices from the West. It's the same gameplay as last time. You just make soup. That's it, that's the gameplay. And then you can add that soup to like food and stuff and increase friendship by a really small amount to characters. We will have a Fungus Mechanicus event, which is basically like the previous Mechanicus event, but in this case you are the one attacking with the fungi instead of defending. Another Vibro Crystal event, which is a follow-up to the previous Vibro Crystal event from I think 2.6. This is a combat event where you like choose paths. And then you go to combat. Also, I would like to bring your attention to the fact that this individual here is using Daya of Xingqiu. Daya cannot proc Xingqiu with her burst, just to clarify. But you would know that if you watched my previous video. And then there is Leyline Overflow. And some TCG changes. We're getting a new mode for this season. For the first 2 runs, you have reduced cost of the elemental dice you have to spend, which is cool, I guess, for all of the free players that still play this mode. And now for every single Archon quest that we complete, we will get a free Intervite Fates. So that means we're going to get 22 for all of the 22 Archon quests that are all currently in the game, if you have all of them completed, and the 23rd for the Archon quest that they are adding in this patch. And so that's 3.5. Honestly, as expected, they're releasing slightly worse patch because they're releasing Honkai Star Rail during this patch, so they probably want people to play that instead. But I'm down for playing Daya, I guess. So subscribe.